Right, it's the morning. Next field we're going on to is this one out here. We've got a couple of poles in this one that we got to watch for. This is one we finished last night. 6 hectares, that one. We need to check the engine oil level. We need to check the drill over, give the fans a grease, give the shaft a grease, and give the wheel bearings a grease, and the marker arms. They have to be done every day. The PTO shaft and the folding points can be done every 2 to 3 days. You want to let the tractor warm up a little bit. So while you're doing your greasing and your checks, let the tractor warm up. I don't know if I showed you the tractor or not. It's 7716, 160 horsepower, 800 tyres on the back, 600s on the front, I think they are. No, they're 540s, but they're bigger than the standard wheels, just for less compaction on the field. It's a setup that just really works for us. You barely make a mark. That tractor's it's so light, and with the drill on top, it's just a setup that works for us. Weaving time drill, it's 4.8 meters. You can get along with it if you've got some good going in front of you. You can get along at 15k. You know, you want the drill to be doing its job, so you don't want it bouncing out the ground. But if you've got level growing in front of you, you can get going with it. I don't know what we covered yesterday, 18 plus 6, about 25 hectares, but we were late starting. So all I do in the morning, I check all the legs, give everything a good wiggle, see if anything's loose, because these things will come loose more often than you realise. Then this shaft here that runs the metering system, when this wheel turns, it's metering out seed. I will, there's a grease point on each end of that. You've got to get on, the first job's always dirty. Yeah, you could do it, you know, you could do it last thing at night, and then you haven't got to do it in the morning, if you're wise. But you're you know, it's long days, and then it's night time, it's dark, you've had enough by then, so it always turns out to be a morning job. The fan doesn't need a lot. Just a few pumps. There's a bearing on this wheel. Every time you start a new field and every time you fill up with seed, you want to be checking your spouts, because you don't want to start a field having already having a problem. You might as well, if you start a field, you know you ain't got a problem. It's good practice. It's noisy. The handbrake's on, so it'll run the PTO while the handbrake's on. Just give this a little turn. That starts spitting out some seed. We should get seed out of every spout, because we're not on a tram line. So I'll just check, make sure everyone is putting out seed. To the floor a little bit. Oh, I haven't let it down quite enough. It'll keep the piles in a little spot for you. Makes it a bit easier. I've got a broken foot there, look. That won't matter too much. We'll get that mended when we're back at home. They're just literally to save you packing it full of mud. But we've got feed, so we're good. We're going to make a start. On that box, we start on number 3. We'll put our marker out to start with. We drive round 5 times. First one is 3, then 4. 5 is our tram line, that's where the sprayer runs. And then after that, it's easy peasy. Our AB line will be up and down here. So we'll do 3, 4, 5. Then we'll just move our AB line ever so slightly in, and that way the sprayer doesn't miss any of the field then. And the first time round the sprayer doesn't miss anything, and you get a fully covered field then. Last year I couldn't quite gas that, but I'm on it this year. It should work out nice. I do need to concentrate on the outside ones. I will put you on my head just for a minute if you want to see what's going on. I know it's a bit wobbly bobbly for you guys. I will set up a thing here later on. So we've just got to go back a little bit. First bit's always got to be slow because you got to allow for the seed to get down the pipes and out the spouts. So always just plonk her down, and then creep out slowly, and then by the time you're on the field, you should be putting out seed. Farmer's been across this with the Cultimax. It's done a real nice job compared to that other one we drilled first of all. We're up a gear. We are the only problem I'm having is with this steering kit. The area we're in, we've got this army camp, and it is a stone's throw over the hedge. That way it is playing havoc with our signal. Yes, Cultimax has done a job actually. Farmer said it was blocking up a little bit in certain places where there was a little bit of straw, but in the main it was pretty good. This is a quite awkward little sod of a picky area, this bit. Second time round. Second time round, we'll make sure we just cover in the area there. Our seed in, but the grass headland's damp and I didn't want it affecting the seed, as mad as that sounds. Should have this recording and then I'll know where I'm at. Right, anyway, there's a little bit of the headland. You do need a little bit of concentration. Just when you get back to the start, you need to be making sure you swap your tram lines over manually just until we get to the ups and downs. There's poles in this field as well. Not really sure what I'm going to do with them this time. I think I'm just going to drill my way up to them and then make it up when I get there. Right, we've just been and filled up with seed. First mistake. Oh, you think you can do it perfect. It's really hard not to make mistakes. I haven't put a tram line there for the farmer, so he will put his own one there, but you can't undo that. The seed's there now, so basically he will have to put his own one in along here. For some reason I messed it up. I thought I was on I'd finished my tram lines on that last corner, and then remembered I started this corner. So yeah, there we go, farmer. A little surprise for you coming up. You will see that before we sees this video. So there we go. You can't get it perfect all the time. You just can't. No matter who you are or what you are, you just cannot be perfect all the time. So I've just put a ton of seed in. It should do most of this field. It should be close. We should be close. This thing looks like it's behaving itself a little bit better today. We'll see how we get on with that. I don't know if you've realised or even noticed, but we've actually changed onto a new GoPro. It's the latest one. It's the 12 Black. You know, I was umming and ahhing whether to get this one or the DJI, I don't know what they call it, the DJI Action 4, I think it was. It was a toss-up. I was keen to change, and the only reason I was thinking about changing is the reliability of the GoPros. They're just renowned to be quite temperamental in the fact that you have to keep resetting them, taking the batteries out. Yeah, it can be quite hard work sometimes, but this camera is now, I think we're on to our second week or third week with it, and unbelievable. I've not done one reset in the time I've had it. I know I'm going to jinx it all now. It's not done anything weird. It has just worked the way it should work. That to me is more important than any other function that it does, slow-mo, blah blah blah. That's the most important thing. We're coming up to the end of here. This thing's working better now as well. As soon as we're away from that field, it's working a lot better now. But the scratch line today is a lot better, and it's the signal's keeping up. So, and I haven't had to put my phone on it. Last night I was having to put my phone out there. I don't know what it is. There's nothing obvious. That I have no idea. But it does make these things do weird things. If the severe Wirken people are watching, can you just have it, if it loses signal, can you just have it so it just turns off instead of turns one way or the other, because that is super annoying. Just have an alarm that says it's turned off. It's simple. It does this weird thing where if you lose signal, the steering wheel just heads straight that way, like it will just go take you that way or this way. Yeah, and that's only in bad areas, you know. But we know this area is bad, and this is the worst place that this thing could work. So, and it's doing the job. Essentially, it is doing the job. So, I shouldn't moan too much. Anyway, GoPros 12s, in my eyes, very good. I'm on the first firmware. I will not be upgrading. I've had it before, where a new firmware comes out, upgrade. What I do is actually I keep all the old firmwares. I go onto the GoPro site and I download whatever firmware is there. I download the new one and I keep the old firmware. And there has been more than one occasion I've gone back to the old firmware because the new firmware is rubbish. So yes, I have a whole folder full of GoPro firmware. It's a bit sad, I know, but it's important. But look at our scratch mark today. Yesterday it was just weaving in and out, it just couldn't keep up. But it's a lot better and I'm a lot happier. So anyway, I just thought the 12 is pretty good, you know, reliability wise. That's more important to me than any of the features or whatever. Plus we got 10-bit colour on here now. I've had to buy a new laptop to make it work, because my old laptop wouldn't keep up with it all. You know, it's an investment, and my other half has put in she has now put in her resignation at work. She is coming on board, so we got to get things sorted out. I've got to show her how to edit, I've got to show her little things and bits and pieces, so hopefully videos are going to improve for you. I'll have more time to spend with camera angles and stuff like that, a little bit more energy to do that if I've got a little bit of help with the computer work at home. So yeah, Hazel's going to be taking care of that. She's my other half. We will introduce Hazel properly on another video. We'll just get this drilling out the way, and then we'll get Hazel behind the camera. Anyway, she's going to be helping out. That'll help me, that'll help you guys. You guys should be having more videos, more up-to-date videos, you know, harvest videos. I want harvest videos to be at harvest time. So yes, it'll take us a little while to catch up, but next year, by the time we get into spring, we should have more videos and more up-to-date videos. So there we go. Look at that, look. There's some undressed ones in there, look. I wonder what happened there. Just gonna, oh, I ain't got my hat on. Oh no, you're gonna see me horrible hair. Just gonna check the job we're doing. Here's our seed, look. Beautifully placed. Not the finest of seed beds, but that's all right. Over winter it'll weather down a bit more. We'll get across, if we can, we'll get across with the Cambridge rolls, and it just knocks these last little bits down to a bit better till. But we're putting that seed right where it wants to be, in the moisture. That would be a beautiful job. We don't want to get on here too soon with the roller. Want to let that dry a little bit, but a couple of days you'll be able to get on here, roll that level, push the stones down. Just done a seed check. One of the coulters had a little bit of mud wedged up in it, pulled that out. Luckily it didn't block up. That's why you do your checks. We're on our last bag of seed, and we're very, very nearly done actually. It wasn't as bad as I thought. You always get to your last bags and you start looking at the area you've got to cover, you're like, but that noise is really annoying. We're going to get out, just double check what we got in there. I need to run this as low as I can, so that once the other seed's in and run through, we can do another calibration and make sure that that is coming out at the right rate before we head on to the other fields. So yeah, it's actually worked out as well as it could have. We'll just turn around and then we'll get out and have a look. Get me loud out here. Whenever you're out the tractor, just keep scanning through. There, I'm out in there and that. That's better. That's better. I don't know if I could get, no, it wouldn't. These are my seed handling gloves. You want to take them off. You only want to wear them when you're actually undoing the bags. You don't want to wear them in the cab. You don't want to wear them in the Manitou, because you get the stuff on everything then. Once we finish this field, we'll then calibrate this seed to 210 kilos per hectare. I won't show you that again. This video will be massively long anyway. You can see the seed coating a little bit redder, and it just doesn't flow as well. It might do, we'll see. We'll calibrate where it's at and see what it's doing, and then adjust from there. We're on one of those oat fields now. You remember they were all laid flat during harvest. Farmer did manage to get, I think he got 80% he reckons, but they yielded about 2 ton in the end. Not too bad. We're just drilling this one. This is 40, they call this one 40 acre. It's not quite 40 acres, it is 14.9 hectares, which is, I don't know off the top of my head. Times that by 2.47, that will give you your answer. Need to pick the drill up. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Keep turning the wrong way. I've been turning the other way. For a second here. Right, we're back going again. There's our scratch line. Signal isn't the greatest in this field. It was actually better the further. I don't know. I can't quite fathom which field, where the jamming's coming from, but it doesn't like that area there. It just every time you get close to there, oh, that field by the grain store is terrible. I don't know what it's going to look like. It was getting dark as well, so I'm not too sure. It's covered, but what it's going to look like, I don't know. But yeah, this is drilling in really nice actually. They've been across it with the Cultimax. It's done a job. The only thing with that Cultimax, it leaves ribs. which are the same ribs as your marker on the drill, so it's ever so difficult trying to see your marker. But yeah, that's where this thing comes in. It does sort of tell you where you are and where you've been. So yeah, but we're going to crack on. It is 4:30. We filled up with fuel, we put new seed in. We're at 209 kilos per hectare. That's what we calibrated at. We will come back later when it gets dark, then we will end the video because they'll be getting on. But it's going in really well. This stuff's got the special seed dressing on that will tackle fruit fly, we're hoping. So I've got to wear my mask when we're filling up. Mask and gloves essential. So yes, don't want to be getting any of those nasties. Can't see my mark again. Look at this. Where is it? Good job. I got. There we are. Better have my marker down. I must have, because the right one's gone down. Can you see the mark up there? How am I going to see that if I'm drilling by eye? No chance. You can just pick it out if you've got a very good eye. I can't see it. Flipping out. Well, I can see it now. Now we're on it, but trying to pick that out, everything looks the same. So yes, this thing's going to play its own part today. So we got this one, we got 60 acre next door, and then we got an 18 acre field over the way there. They were all oats. I like to get the headland done when I can see, because you can just see your mark a little bit better. In the night time it's really difficult. Linda's just dropped me a care package. One of Daisy's burgers. That is beautiful. Thanks, Lim. Here we go. It's night time now. We have just, I've got to be careful because I've got this unfolded. I don't want to snag any trees with my marker. It's out there, look. We're going to try and start another field. The mark is pretty hard to see. You can see it. It's not undoable, but we're going to see. If it's easy to see, farmer will stick at it for an hour, run the last tank out, or you know, run another tank of seed out. That's where we're going to leave this video. We've got 40 acre done. We're going to move on to 60 acre. Hopefully by you know, if we're struggling to see the mark, we'll just leave it till the morning. If not, farmer might have done the headland for us. Yeah, we'll pick it up tomorrow. We've got 60 acre and then 18 acre to do, and then we're moving back to the farm, hopefully to plant the winter barley. So that's where we'll be heading next. So thanks very much for following along with us. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, make sure you go down and have a look at the Four Winds Farm merch, and we'll catch you on the next one.